What's going on YouTube? Is your host Bruce GNT, and for today's video we're going to talk about something that I heard and I wasn't too sure about, but then after doing a little bit of research I was like, oh, okay, I see. So I'm not even going to ruin it for you guys. We're just going to jump right into it and I'm going to give you my thoughts after.
Back to refugees. I want to ask you about South African refugees. Dozens of Afrikaners who claim discrimination in their home country are heading to the United States, right, where your administration is going to welcome them as refugees. Now, this comes as you've halted virtually all refugee admissions for people fleeing famine and war from countries like Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Why are you creating an expedited path into the country for Afrikaners but not others?
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed. Now, South Africa leadership is coming to see me, I understand, sometime next week. And, we're supposed to have I guess a G20 meeting there or something, but we're having a G20 meeting. I don't know how we can go unless that situation's taken care of, but it's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about, but it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me, but white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa. And the newspapers and the media, television media, doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they talk about it. That would be the only story they talk about. And I don't care who they are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight. I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape from that violence. And
so my thoughts on this. I'm a person, I'm pretty even throughout, meaning how I feel about certain subjects doesn't change based off of situations unless I'm given new information to show that I may be wrong about something, or maybe I'm just not as informed. All right, my opinion hasn't changed. I don't give a shit. It sucks that people are dying and passing away. Truly, my heart goes out to them. I don't care. I want to fix what we got going on here before we start extending our hand out to help anybody else that's abroad. That's how I see it. Because two things can be true at the same time, right? It is true that if this was the other way around and everything like that, yeah, they would be talking about it in the news. But I'm not going to sit here and act like there may not be some ulterior motive, or the fact that, Elon Musk just happens to be from South Africa and might be some of his people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and act like that's not in play here. Based off of what I've seen, the situation is almost no different than any other refugee situation in other countries. I'm not focused on the fact that they're white. I don't give a damn about that. I'm more so focused on the fact that, they have a special place within this administration because, Elon Musk being from South Africa and everything like that, and then him being so close to the president. Yeah, but my mindset doesn't change because, true, if this was the other way around, the news would talk about it. But to be fair, what was going on in the Congo and Sudan has been going on for years, and no one's really talked about it. So I don't really think that's necessarily true when it comes to, let's just say, if that's what they want to put forth, to push a narrative within the news cycle. Like I said, I don't see the difference because in many other situations, besides, the Congo and Sudan and everything like that, in many other situations, they have countries with people that are being done wrong and their government allows it, and yet we're not extending a hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a stack all throughout. So I'm sorry, and it has nothing to do with the fact that they're white. Just like how if he was extending a hand to the people in the Congo, I would still be like, oh no, that's not what we're doing right now. We're trying to be focused on what we got going on here, so to fix it, so we can make sure that when we do extend a hand over here, there's no issues. That's the whole point. Because a lot of them are farmers, right? Are they going to come here and then be subsidized by the government? Are they going to come here and farm? Because last time I checked, I don't think we're hurting for farmers. I think it's the opposite. It's the land that we're really hurting for. So that's the part that I'm kind of just like, I don't really know. And like I said before, I'm not above judging this administration because that's my right to say what I feel about the president, respectfully, of course, and just call out things that I deem to be bullshit. I think this is kind of bullshit, to be completely honest. I think so. Because I saw his executive order, not pertaining to this exactly, but pertaining to when he condemned South Africa for allowing the government, for allowing the black people to kind of harm the Afrikaners and everything like that. My mindset when it comes to certain things, if their government allows it and makes it so that, hey, look, this is what we got going on for our people, and let's be clear here, they're not approving of them killing, the white Afrikaners and everything like that. That's not what's happening. They're just taking their land away a little bit. Like I said, that's thousands of miles away. I ain't got no skin in it. That ain't got nothing to do with me, because to me, I see it as the equivalent of when we go to other countries and we try to advocate for the legitimate equality, the alphabet community, in countries where they let it be known they don't care for that, they don't want that, don't bring that nonsense over here. I see it the same way where it's like, okay, the government's doing what they want with their people. So, no, you sat up here and said, no, we got to make sure we fix what's going on here first before we extend the handout. And you're personally extending the handout. For me, I look at that, I'm kind of just like, nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm keeping it a buck. I don't. It's not like a big deal for me to be like, oh, I hate it so much. No, it is what it is. I mean, is it wrong that they are losing their land and everything like that, even though that's not originally their land? Yeah, it is, but it doesn't really affect me. The only way this is going to affect me is unless we start diverting resources and things that should be going to our people over here and diverting to them. If they're just coming over here and they're getting like the regular refugee treatment of, they're going to just make sure that they get like their bearing for the first few weeks and whatnot. Then after that, they're on their own. They got to figure it out because, you're a refugee. You have to kind of figure it out on your own for the most part. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't. Truly. But this video pretty much was just me hearing about this and then doing like a little bit of research to see, okay, what is exactly going on. Because at first I heard that it was an executive order that he signed to make it so that they can come over here. Then when I heard that, I was like, oh no, I'm not down for that because that seems hypocritical. And then when I started doing research, it was like, okay, I didn't see anything like that going on, but I did see that he's extending a hand out to them. And I was like, this is a little bit contradicting in what his like whole motive and whole message was before. Personally, that's just how I see it. You're free to argue and debate me in the comments down below. Let me know why I'm wrong. Let me know exactly what's going on. Yes, I do understand what is going on over there. And yes, truly, it hasn't been talked about enough that, yeah, they are going through a lot of persecution over there. But like I said before, that's their country. That's their business. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? But that's it for this video. You guys already know the drill. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment down below. Like I said, let me know where I'm wrong. Let me know exactly where I'm missing some context and what I need. Maybe I need more compassion. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm just saying, don't really care at this present point in time. But if we had our shit together as a country, oh, definitely, sure. Do whatever you want to do. But as it stands right now, no. And subscribe if you want more. Peace.